Hello there, world. My name is Tony, and this is TonyLiveTV. And why am I wearing a lab coat? Because today, science is going to guide this video. That's right, I said that in the previous video that I would get this video up right away because science dictates the outcome of your AC system, regardless of where it's at. In your house, whether you got a split unit or one in your vehicle, it's a closed loop system. Nothing gets out and nothing comes in, ever. And this video is going to demonstrate how pulling a vacuum, a proper vacuum, can virtually guarantee you have a very, very dry system. Drier than this Arizona desert right here. Moisture is the #1 killer of an AC system, not only in performance, but that's what will destroy components. You need to make sure that you can draw a proper vacuum, which is what takes out the moisture and other contaminants from your AC system. And since we are all DIYers, we need to be able to do that without an expensive Micron gauge or other types of expensive gauges, just something that we can go down to the hardware store or a local tool shop or Amazon and just grab some gauges and a pump. And let me show you how I did that, and let me show you how science is gonna prove you have a dry system. Let's get going. I ran a vacuum on the hoses and they all hold a vacuum. I don't have expensive equipment. I don't have nitrogen. I'm not going to do a nitrogen sweep. That would be the correct thing to do probably at this point, is to pressure test and do a nitrogen sweep. But we're a DIYer, so we're going to deal with what we've got. This is just a cheap, well, they're not that cheap, but the Harbor Freight gauges. And then I just have this, what is it, AUTOGEN rotary vane vacuum pump, and that's all I've got, and I'm going to run a vacuum. So this is my step-by-step procedure I put together here. Let's turn on the pump. I have the valves open down there. So all the valves are open. She's pulling. See if she'll bring it down. Nice. That looks great. If you have leaks, if your vacuum pump's not too loud, you'll hear them. Look at that. All right, I'm going to run that for an hour. Just to boil out, you know, the moisture and everything that we've put in it, you know, by opening things up. We have a new dryer. The system's been flushed. I kept everything nice and tight, you know, so there shouldn't be much moisture. And I'm here in Arizona, so let's hope that we don't have any leaks. We'll come back in 1 hour. There we are. 1 hour. Those are what the needles look like. Now let me turn off these valves here on the gauge. Just on the gauges. We'll turn them off first. You leave the ones on the vehicle, you leave those open. There, now we've isolated. Now we can turn off the pump. And now what we want to do is wait 30 minutes. Oh, I just started it again, but that's 30 minutes is what we just did. I think that those needles look pretty close, right? To the same position after 30 minutes. So let's pretend, and we'll go another 30 minutes, and we'll see if they stay. All right, that's our 30-minute timer. And when I do a side-by-side, I'd say we dropped a little bit. And that tells me that there's still moisture in the system. So let's start pulling. I doubt that it's any kind of a vacuum leak because it held for 30 minutes. That's the moisture still in the system. Now we'll begin that process again. Let's close them off. And we'll do another test. Hour for me, only seconds for you. Well, after 1 hour, there's where it sets. And according to my little 3-step process here, we either have moisture or still a small leak or something like that. So I'm going to just verify up all my connections and then I'm going to do it. And I'm going to keep doing this until that needle stays pegged. That's how many hours I've been running. You see that? It's like 7:40, 7:39. I let it run overnight. And that's because, you can't draw too much vacuum. There's no such thing. The main purpose is to get all of the contaminants and moisture out of the system. And we'll go ahead and give her a leak down. So I'll see you guys in a couple seconds. There it is. 1 hour. What's the before and the after? That is science, you guys. That right there. That is science. We've proven we've boiled out all the moisture. And now let's go over to the table and let me explain this a little bit more. Yeah, so that's just complete science, you guys. 100% science. And so I actually put together this little graphic right here to show how this works. After the first hour of vacuum, it held, right? It held for 30 minutes, no problem. But after an hour, that needle creeped up again. So that was an indication of moisture, not a leak, just moisture. So I pulled it again for 30 minutes and ran in a 1 hour test, and again, it creeped up. But now overnight, I ran 15 hours and 18 minutes roughly, and it held the entire time. It even looked like it even looks almost like more. I mean, look at it right here. Just look at this side by side. It almost looks like it's tighter, which would be impossible. But it all has to do with, the vacuum's able to do 5 cubic feet a minute. Supposedly it'll do, 38 microns? So it can pull, which means we're boiling that moisture out. At about 5 minutes, no, I guess it was about 15 minutes till I said, wait a minute, that thing looks really, really good. And I looked at my previous picture on the monitor and I go, wow, I can't even believe this. And these guys are not going to believe it either. So all you have to do is take my word for it. I go, yeah, I'm going to do this. And they're going to say, yeah, right, that really held. He probably just cheated. I didn't cheat. I don't cheat. Why would I cheat? Right? That's the science. That's how it works. So I've now proven that there's no moisture left in the AC system, right? And I don't think you're going to find another shop or anybody that's going to really do this way. Now, they might have a Micron gauge, and again, they might pull it down, but are they doing this long sweep, right? You really need to do that in order to know whether or not you truly have all the moisture out. Otherwise, you're going to end up, with rust, right? If you open this up and you saw a little bit of rust on there, yeah, well, your dryer wasn't doing its job or completely saturated with water, and now that means your whole system has moisture in it. There's no doubt about it. Same thing, any of these metal contact points that you do, really, if you just look inside here, you'll see. I've seen other guys, they change these things, and I see rust and everything. Uh-oh, I say they definitely have contamination. And then they pull a vacuum and they go, oh, that looks good. They wait 10, 15 minutes. Okay, that's great. Let's go ahead and charge it. Well, I don't think that's a good idea, So that's why I wanted to do this step myself, which now comes down to, what's next? All we need to do is charge it, which brings me to the question is, where do I get it charged? Most shops around here, they can charge it. You have to have a scale. Number one, you have to have a good, accurate scale made for this purpose, right? So they cost about $100. You can get one for $100. It's going to do the job. The problem is buying the 134A. Anyone can purchase it. The problem is you don't want to buy the little cans. You'll never be able to weigh that. You just can't do that. So you need to have a real can that you set on the real scale, right? And then put in the proper amount and then do your tests on your gauges, right? I can't afford to buy a tank. I think they're about $300 to purchase a tank with the 134A, or at least around $300 it would cost me to do this job myself, so I can show you guys what I consider the right way to do it. I don't know if there's anyone here in Arizona, because I tell you, I've called a lot of places. One guy asked him, did he have a Micron gauge, right? He goes, oh, I'm not going to let anybody tell me how to do my job. I just asked him if he had a Micron gauge, right? They don't. A lot of these guys don't have the proper equipment to begin with. That's the reason why I've always done everything myself, because they don't put in the money, the training, none of that. For 3 years, I've been studying the AC system on the vehicle. Yeah, I did. Little bits and pieces. It's not like I just studied AC systems on the vehicle. But I learned a lot about how it works. I want to know how it works, just like this vehicle. I tore the engine apart because I want to know how it works, right? That's what I do. You have to have the right equipment. Just like all these tools I purchased, I have thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in tools. So either if I'm going to do it myself, I'm going to need your help. There's just no doubt about it. So if you guys want to donate, don't donate right here. Go over to my TonyLiveTV.com website and click the donate button over there. That's the way to do it, because we're going to support that over there. We don't need to support Google. Just support me over there. And it's all going back into here and there, right? It's all one thing, right? It's Tony Live TV. And now it's TonyLiveTV.com. Same videos can be watched over there as you can watch here on YouTube. But if you'd like to do that, if I can raise enough money before I have everything closed up and the steering wheel and all that stuff all put back together, otherwise, I may have to do it myself, but I don't have the funds really. Let's face it, I don't have the funds. I could use your help. If you'd like to contribute, I will buy a scale and I will buy a bottle, and gosh, if I could buy some testo gauges, I'd do that too, right? Then you'd know everything. But otherwise, these gauges and hoses, they work. We can charge the system. I feel it's dry. It's ready to go. That part of it's ready. So, until the next time, thanks again for watching.